Class of 2020, this should be an epic moment for you. This is the culmination of the last 12 years or so you've spent preparing yourself to become a well-adjusted, productive young adult. And for the last 4 years, you've been working to fine-tune the skills you need to become college ready, enter the world of work, or carve out your own path. What we come to understand and know about this journey is that each one of you, individually, has been placed in a position where the decisions you've made day in and day out have either given you a great deal of comfort or a great deal of anxiety about what will happen next. And in this moment, when things appear to be very uncertain, when every one of you is impacted in various ways by this worldwide pandemic we're currently fighting to figure out, it's more important than ever to have certainty about what you have in your respective house. I say this, class of 2020, because it's easy to believe during a time like this that you've lost out on something, like something's been stripped away from you. Oh, I'm not going to have prom this year. No senior penny. No face-to-face graduation with the cheers of family and friends. No high fives and no hugs. You're probably feeling a bit slighted right now, as if graduating classes from the past have been provided with opportunities that you can now only imagine for yourself. I remember when I was a kid, we didn't have a lot, but we had toys around the house to play with, and I recall that on occasion I would misplace one of my toys, an action figure or whatnot, and I'd go looking for it. I would go ask my brothers if they'd seen it, and of course they'd say no. I was always reluctant to ask my mom if she knew where my misplaced toy might be for two very specific reasons. Number one, I knew she'd made tremendous financial sacrifices to ensure that we had all the things that other kids had. And number two, I knew exactly how she was going to respond. Every time I approached my mom and told her that I'd lost one of my toys, she'd look me in the eye and say, "Son, if the toy is in the house, you haven't lost it, you simply haven't found it yet." In other words, class of 2020, I hadn't been jacked, I hadn't lost my mind, I wasn't out of luck. Everything I was looking for was still in the house. Look, this graduation year is unusual, unprecedented, unforeseen, and many might say it's just downright unfortunate. But I'm here to tell you that everything you need to make the transition to the next phase of your life is in your house. Your intellect, your ability, your intestinal fortitude, your grit, your grind, your faith is in your house. Not the house you grew up in, not the house in which you are currently quarantined. I'm talking about the transferable and ever-evolving house you live in every day. See, when you take care of your respective house, you don't worry about anything being lost. You know that everything you need resides within you. And if your house is devoid of any element you seek, find and secure that element for your house. Yeah, you might miss your prom this year, but you've been invited to a dance that's bigger than just one night. It's time for you to take off the attire of disappointment and get dressed up for a date with your destiny. Take a look in your closet, because you've got just the perfect outfit right there in your house. And if you can't find everything that makes you the unbelievably dope individual that you are, I implore you to look closer. Look a little bit closer and you'll find determination behind that doubt. Look beyond that fear and you'll find ferociousness. Underneath that inconsistency, you'll find supreme intellect. Search deep inside your glorious edifice and you'll find everything you need to win in this unrelenting, unpredictable world. Today we celebrate not only the transition you're making from high school to what will come in the next phase of your life, we also celebrate your discovery of the endless jewels you have within you. Your family, your friends, your enemies, your teachers, your supporters, and your adversaries have all prepared you for this moment. One by one, placing essential items in your home that you'll use to overcome life's inevitable obstacles. And it's incumbent upon you, my brothers and sisters, to take every loss, every lesson, every defeat, every victory, and use it as fuel in the engine that propels you to your divine purpose. I don't pity you today. Because pity is reserved for those who don't understand that the misfortunes you've experienced in life are helping to provide the verbiage for your victory speech and the pavement for your victory lap. Class of 2020, when we look back on this year, you will be remembered for your resilience. You will be admired for your altruism. You will be heralded for your humility. You will be celebrated for your strength. And as you go out and set the example for those who come behind you, remember that what matters most is how well you keep your house. Congratulations.